What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a post-day breakdown of what did not happen again. We did not win again. One win out of eight. It's getting worse, but we haven't hit rock bottom yet because we're still 9 points ahead. Rock bottom is if I what I predicted early on in the month said at the end of the March, we could be 5 points clear up top of top four, basically. Um, I might have been very optimistic, but because it can be potentially worse, maybe because of the international break, maybe just not because we have one game I think this month left. But with me is Norbert to discuss the latest game, whatever. How are you doing today?
Hey man, yeah, I'm doing well. It's a little shameful what is happening with our club, but yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's shameful. It's just painful, basically. It's painful
Yeah,
to watch. It's painful to witness. And actually, we only play one game in March, so my prediction it's saved. Uh, it's painful to watch. It's very sad. But at this point, it's just extremely alarming. Like it's very worrying. It's getting out of control now. It really is. And I think yesterday, with everything happened post game, during the game, Chiesa, Vlahovic, Allegri post game, sending out Miretti to speak, like the atmosphere within the club, within the group, is at an all-time low. And I'm gonna talk about management, but I'm gonna do that during the week because we have some time. Because that's also a big issue. Nobody's really stepping up now. Very strange. Like we have a president that nobody knows who he is. Basically, Scanavino, Ferrero, like they're pointless, useless. Like it is what it is. But yesterday was it was. Do you want to talk about the football? Because the football was not there. Like there was nothing. 90 minutes of absolutely nothing. And to actually pour some more salt into the wound was Gaglione speaking, and people say, "Oh, do not listen to Gaglione. We need to listen because he's close to Allegri. Like he's very close to Allegri. So you need to listen what he's because he's not making random stuff up. Basically, maybe a few things, but the things he says, you know, after that result, I don't want to wake up in the morning after not beating, like after winning one game in eight. It was a last minute winner against Frosinone, by the way. I don't want to wake up and read we don't have Baggio, Platini, Zidane, and I'm like, we're playing relegation sides. And you actually have still people making excuses. Oh, but you need these players to make a difference. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like that's like it's getting worse. It's getting worse and worse. But on the game, Norbert, what do you make of the full 90 minutes, basically?
well, we don't have a captain. We don't have a force in the team that basically either calms everyone down when it needs to happen, or fire everyone up. We just don't have a captain. I'm sorry, Danilo is not a captain, not my captain. Like he's, we always said he's an Instagram captain. Like how can you let the club send out a 20-year-old boy to have to give a to speak about this game where nothing worked or no one wanted to win. And yeah, I'm sorry. Like you talked about it, like that. No, this is the one thing I was thinking about. Like, okay, is it quality or is it? It's not the quality. It's we are not a team. Like we can do unity. We can do now we're gonna show it, or I don't know what they post. It's just funny. It's not a team. It's not about quality. It's not being a team. Not to have a force like a captain like we used to have in the past, and it shows. And also the coach, steady decline, and unfortunately, he should have been sacked today. But now I don't think it will happen. And there is no way out. We can only hope that our luck will come back, but nothing else. Who are we going to beat if we can beat Genoa at home? Like seriously, we're gonna play against a lot better teams, and this is really bad. I don't think we'll finish top six if we continue like this. Like
Well, no.
60 is not that far, so
Yeah, form suggests like we're not getting top four or top five, because that's potentially also Champions League.
yeah.
Like based on form, we're not gonna make it. It's the reality. Like I said, only three teams are worse than us: Frosinone, Salernitana, and Sassuolo, and we're on par with Genoa. So form suggests we're not getting top four. Somebody saying we're gonna play Lazio and Tudor has 2 full weeks to prepare with a team that doesn't have many internationals, not as much as us. Even if they didn't had, like even if they were coachless, like the chances of losing to Lazio are extremely high, you know. But you said we're not
And
a
now Tudor
team.
is there.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tudor is there now. So
you said we're not a team, and I mean, like yesterday proved that. It started on Friday with the early retreat. I was like, very strange, like very strange
it never
decision.
worked.
But for one day, like I don't get the point. Like it felt desperation mode-ish. Um, And then pre-game, Allegri says, or like not Allegri says, excuse me, Chiesa says, Allegri asked us to put aside personal differences, and I was like, huh, not good because something is wrong in the locker room. Players, excuse me, players talk, and something is not correct. Like something is off in the locker room. I don't know what it is. Is it contract situations? I don't know what it is. Is it position, playing in certain positions? Players not happy with playing time. I don't know what it is. However, Chiesa being subbed off, he looked depressed. Didn't play a good game, by the way. Not saying that. Vlahovic picking up a red card for absolutely no reason. Like it wasn't like the foul he made. Like it's always gonna get called. You're in the box.
Yeah.
Close to goal. You touch the goalkeeper. It's always getting called. But the
But I don't
frustration,
think it had anything. Yeah, you're right. It's
it's
a
just
frustration. It has nothing to
it
do
had
with
nothing to
the.
do with the foul.
Yeah,
It had to do with
yeah,
I had absolutely no service again. Like we're playing crap. It's not going our way, and I'm just gonna lose it. And he lost it completely. He's an idiot for doing that. By the
yeah,
way, I just want to make
yeah,
that clear. Not saying good
yeah,
good job. No, he's an idiot. Like that was stupid. But that was not because of that foul. That was years, months building up, and it exploded. Like it was just stupid. And I think he will sit down, look at it, and he was like, that was really bad of me. Like that should not have happened. However, I think you also will sit back and think about it and be like, okay, I got it off my chest a little bit, because that's what these players and coach now need to do. If you don't like each other, fine. There are winning teams, top teams with players that which they don't like each other. Like at top teams who compete, like not all players are friends. People need to also keep that in mind. They don't all like each other. However, right now, there's no way out of it, because like I said, Allegri's not going to get sacked now. Like, we're not going to sign 10 players now. They are going to need to figure it out. 9 games. You need a couple of wins somehow. Like I said, you need to pick up a couple of wins. You need to grind it out. There's no ifs and
yeah,
buts right now because you can discuss quality and all those things. Like, it's pointless to talk about that. At this moment in time, nothing is going to change. You need to go back in grind mode. Otherwise, like I said, nothing is going to happen because yesterday we had absolutely nothing going on. Like for 90 minutes, not one, like there was not even a single moment or a minute in that game where I was like, we're gonna nick the goal. Not once. Usually you have that feeling we're just gonna score. I don't know how, but it's gonna happen. 90 minutes in that game, I was like, we could have played another 1,000 minutes. We were not scoring,
yeah,
and that's very worrying. That's very worrying.
yeah. And I like the players need to, if they want to play in Champions League next year or whoever stays, they need to step up and they need to maybe, I don't know, not listen to what Allegri says, or I don't know what needs to happen, but something needs to change. If they listen to Allegri so far, they should change that. Or I don't know. It's like if they want to play Champions League, they need to change something. And it's not going to come from Allegri. So something needs to happen. I just really don't know how or what. Again, let's hope for our luck again. Like, I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like coaching is not gonna save us now. Like it's done.
Yeah,
Like like we've waited for 3 years on it. Like it's not gonna happen the last 9 games. It like you said, it will need to come from these players. They need to get together, and like Chiesa said, forget about anything. What is happening, and just grind it out. Somebody said, it might do good. Be away from Allegri for 2 weeks, basically, and then come. It might be, because
yeah,
if
yeah,
it's very clear. I don't want to make it all about Allegri because certain players they need to perform better. Like Chiesa had a
yeah,
stinker, Locatelli had a stinker, like that, like easy mistakes they were making. So I get that. However, maybe that's a blessing in disguise. We're scraping here, but maybe it is. Oh, get away from Allegri. Just forget about everything for a while. Oh, I don't like him. I don't like this. I don't like that. Whatever. Play for the national team. Come back and somehow win games. Because again, like it's not that like what it is. It's not also not that we get completely dominant. Like that's also not the case. We are very vulnerable and we struggle. Like we struggle going forward. We do. That's like it's not that we are getting hammered. It's not that. Like that's not the case. However, teams are very at ease playing us right now because they know they are frustrated. I think the opponents feel they're frustrated. If we keep him in the game or we keep ourselves in the game a little bit, you can see like they collapse. Whatever happens, like whatever Allegri also tries to do, it doesn't like nothing helps. Like when you watch a player, like for example, like even Gatti yesterday. Like at one point he was playing like up front for like a good 10 minutes or so. He was just up there. I'm
yeah,
like, very strange. Like it's all, I don't know. It feels all off. It feels all. I'm gonna try this a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And even
yeah,
the subs. It's like for like and all those things. I'm like, you're not even trying to change it up. And the post game he completely lost it, and I was like, wow, you know. Because Yulis came on and he was asked about play all three of them. He said, "Yeah, but Chiesa wasn't basically playing a good game." Like I get it, but the question is not based on today. The question is based on a couple of months now. You're avoiding that question. You don't give an answer, then you say, told the journalist off, saying you don't need to understand. You just need to ask questions. But even the subs, like I don't think it's playing a player is not really going to make the difference right now. Like quality wise, it could, but in the big picture, it's you're reaching a little bit. You're hoping on individual brilliance, and when the individuals are not showing, Chiesa yesterday, you get that. You get a very bad product out there, and we saw that again. Yeah, Chiesa was.
yeah.
I thought he was gonna hit Allegri when he got subbed off. I thought he's gonna snap, and
Yeah, he looks like I don't know, super weird for weeks and weeks, if not months and months. He's really done with this. You can see every time he's subbed off. Um, we had how many? I didn't even check the stats because I don't care.
I didn't
How
either.
many shots we had? We had one. Keane had the one. What is it? Crossbar, and that's it.
Keane hit the post, but that was offside for somehow. Like it got called back. So even if that one went in,
Yeah.
like Junior hit the post, and
Mm.
Vlahovic had that very awkward header where he needed to
Yeah.
lean back. It wasn't easy, and
Yeah.
that's it. Like that's it. That's actually it. Like there was nothing. Like what it also was. There was no like like even if it didn't look good and it was scrapey, there was no momentum. Like nothing. There was no drive towards the end. Like absolutely nothing. Like it was very slow. It was very with no ideas. Like Rabiot comes on, like good 5 minutes, touches, and then like I forgot he was on the pitch again. Like I was like weird, like completely lost in the mix. McKennie had a stinker, in my opinion. He was poor. Uh, like, I'm looking at this team and I'm like, I don't even know. Like when you look at the schedule, I'm like, I don't see a win, and I'm not overreacting. Like I don't see a win. You expect to beat Salernitana at home, and that's about it because we struggle against Cagliari. It's always tough, Bologna on the almost last day. Monza at home, they're having a good season. Like Milan, Lazio, Roma, Fiorentina. Fiorentina, by the way, have 9 points out of 28. They're also terrible. However, Genoa have 8, and well, we saw what happened. So you cannot even say, "Oh, we're just gonna beat Fiorentina. We're gonna put them aside." That's not like the only thing that's in our favor now, and it's reaching is Milan play Champions League, Europa League. Roma play. Is it Europa League? Yeah, they play each other. They play each other in the Europa
Yeah,
League.
yeah, yeah,
Fiorentina play Conference League, and Atalanta play Liverpool in the Europa League. I think it is. So that's the
yeah,
only thing going through. They have extra games. However, playing once a week did not help us. Like that's why I also find the retreat very strange. I'm like, you play once a week, like you're together all season. Like you're all season together at the training center. Like there's nothing else to do. So I don't know. Like it's extremely alarming. And what I don't like is the club not coming out and it's like even leaking stuff. It feels very off. It feels very bad. And again, like Lazio, it's 2 weeks from now, basically almost. If I can
yeah.
find a
I don't
person that's
see.
confident, it's a miracle at this point.
Yeah, I don't see how we're going to like. We had the easiest part of the season right now, and we didn't do anything with it. So how we can say, oh, we need to beat Salernitana and Cagliari? No, like how? Uh, we should have beaten everyone so far in the past, I don't know, 8 games. And then we play Lazio 3 times, and we play Milan and Rome, and oh my god, um, I yeah, I don't know. It's really bad. It's really really bad.
But
The players need to sit together or something. I don't know what to do really. Like just sit together and like hit each other in the face or spit or something, and just scream it out, and let's see. I don't know.
like like I said, like tactically nothing. Like there's no tactical
Yeah,
change that you can do now to make it work. Like it's. Please show this comment. Wait, there's no tactical change you can make. Right now. That like there's nothing like not you can change nothing. It's all gonna be on the players right now, getting their mindset ready and just grind it out. That's the only way we're getting into top four. Like actually, that's the only way. It like playing Yildiz and Chiesa together. Play like it doesn't really matter at this moment in time. It's gonna be on the players to grind it out, and some of them bail us out. That's what it's gonna need to be. Like it really, really is that. That's the only way out of this, and it's gonna be a scraping job again. Because it should have been done already. Like I said, you should be beating Genoa at home. You should be beating Udinese, Verona. Like that's 6, 7 points more. You're 15, 16. It's wrapped up. Like it should be completely out of sight now. However, it's not. And 9 points, like 9 points, it's strange. 9 points is a lot, by the way, but it's also not at this moment in time. It's not. If we won six, let's say we won 5 out of 8, and it still would have been 9 points, we would have been more confident because you won 5 out of 8. You're gonna win a couple of games more, but 1 out of 8, this is epic. Like this is the worst decline in 3 seasons, and we had off the field issues and all those things, and now they have one game a week, and the decline is wow. And like I don't know what happened, but things will come out very soon because something happened. Like something happened. Like this is not coincidence. We've been
yeah,
playing poorly even when we were winning. However, it was a team. They all stuck together and they all grinded it out. Something happened. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna speculate, but it will come out very very soon. It will. You cannot hide this.
yeah. This is now the Del Neri era. Um, winning 1 out of 8. And I don't think we played. I mean, I can't remember that much. I don't think we played that much worse back then than now.
You know what it is? I said we
Yeah.
played better under Del Neri, and somebody said no. And actually, funny enough, I saw the clip today when we lost to Fulham 4-1. We
Mm.
lost 4-1. That season, we played better football. I'm being that serious. We were we stunk. Like we were bad. However, the football was better. And I know we didn't get the points, but that team absolutely stunk. Like that was um, that was one of the worst sides, Juve sides, in a very long time. Yeah,
And
that's
we
why we.
still almost made it to the. We almost won the Europa, or what was it, Europa League,
And by the
right?
way,
The
like
Europa
Del
League,
Neri should have been sacked for losing 4-1
UEFA.
to Fulham. Like he should have beaten that Fulham side. However, that was a very poor team. This this team has more quality, but
For sure.
it's disjointed. Like, and when players come out every single game and say we need to stick together and all those things, something is completely off. Something is completely wrong. And somebody said, bring in Montero. You need a shock. Takinardi spoke. He said, maybe you need a shock, but is Montero gonna like? You bring Montero in now, he will get the players back on Thursday. We play on Saturday. All the players are gone. Like 13 players are gone. That's the entire team. You have Pinsolio and Perin, two of them. You have Vlahovic who's injured. You know, that's it. Like you don't have players to train with. Like even Miretti's gone and Junior. Like you have nothing. Like you bring in the next man. I get the idea, but I don't think it's gonna have a shock. I really don't think. I don't believe that.
Mm,
And maybe I'm being completely wrong, because I think at this moment in time it's more about the players. They need to just get together and grind it out. I don't really think it's coaching, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they turn up to training every day. They see Allegri and they're like, here we go again with this crap. Because that's how it feels when I look at Chiesa and certain players on the pitch. I genuinely believe they're thinking while they're out there, man, I don't want to do this. And they play like that. They play when they receive the ball, they're like, whatever, it's going to result in absolutely nothing, but here we go again. That's how it feels. That's how he's taking on people as well.
yeah.
People were jumping on Vlahovic's back yesterday, and I was like, for what? Like, what were you expecting Vlahovic to do yesterday? People were taking the piss. Oh, he scored against Frosinone, forget about that. He scored 50% GA-wise of our goals, contributed. You know how insane that is?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that high. Yes, he should be scoring goals. He's on a lot of money, all those things. But 50% is insane. That being said, he that winning streak was all on him. He was scoring goal after goal, late minute goals, winning us games we shouldn't be winning. And now everybody wants to take the piss because, yes, he was poor against Napoli. Then he was suspended. And now he lost it. But people are acting like this is a month. Like the entire team stinks right now. And to top it off, funnily enough, or ironically enough, Miretti was our best player yesterday. And he wasn't that fantastic, to be honest. And I like Miretti. People know what I think about Miretti,
Yeah.
But he was the only one. Keep in mind, 20 years old. He was the only one, especially in that first half, who was like, okay, give me the ball. If nobody's going to do anything, I will try it out, He was the only one. I was like, this is not good, Like, this is actually not good. But he was the only one trying to do that. Yes, Junior was I thought Junior was very good when he came on, but like
Yeah.
I think it was like 35 minutes or something. He was very good. I thought even Yildiz was very good. But these guys look hungry. They look like, okay, we need to do it because the other guys are not really going to do it. But that shouldn't be really the case. It should be the other way around. And these players should be feeding off of them.
Yeah.
But that's not the case right now.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no leader. It's really hard like that. Back in the days, we had multiple leaders, and now we have none. Yeah.
Let me read out the comments. Allegri training sessions consist of keeping ups, run those crossbar challenges with shoes off and basketball. It feels like that. Um
Yeah.
why is it Chiesa gets minute when he's behaving bad? He should be on the bench until he's going to play for the team instead of himself. You're gonna bench a lot of players right now, but Chiesa,
Yeah.
like, I said play Yildiz, like, so I like if he plays Yildiz instead of Chiesa, I'm not gonna cry about it. You remember when Chiesa came back of injury and I was one of the few saying start Yildiz. He's playing well.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get back into the team, convince me. So I don't have an issue with that, to be honest. But like I agree with that. If you don't like Allegri and everything, fine, but just do it for for yourself and for the jersey you wear, basically, because like you own the club and the fans that still to go out
Yeah.
there and give it your best. But he's playing with frustration. I think it's very clear right now. You know, he's playing like we don't know that for a fact. He dislikes Allegri. Like, come on, like it couldn't be more obvious. You know, without words, he plays like that as well. He plays like I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this because I know what type of game we're gonna play again. That's how it feels. So
Yeah,
he needs
we
a he needs to change his mindset right now because Allegri's not gonna
yeah,
change.
and he's not doing himself a favor when his contract expiring next year. If he wants good money, he needs to do something, and he's really not doing it.
No,
And he
no.
has the spark. He has the spark, and it feels like he's not even trying. And yeah, that's the only way to win in these days. Individual spark, and
But we
yeah,
don't
he's
have
just not
that right
coming
now.
through. Yeah,
It's a massive issue.
yeah,
We don't have any spark. Like there's no spark at all. There's nothing. Like we're watching at the same thing over and over again with the same results, and it's it's extremely worrying. And like you said at the beginning, because we talked on Miretti and Danilo. If I like, I know people said it immediately. Oh, but the club chooses who goes in front of the media. If you're a captain, you tell the club, I'm going. Like I'm going. You don't need to send one of the youngest players in the squad to face the media right now. It's ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like the last time he spoke was against Verona, and he was talking about I need to do better, all that PR um, crap and whatever. No Instagram posts for now, which is good. But when if I want to say certain things on Danilo, I like this channel will get taken down without insulting him. But the fact that, like I said, like we lack leaders. That's very obvious. He's not like I'm sorry, like he's not because a leader also like I keep saying it. A leader also need to be a great player on the pitch. He's not a great player. I get sick and tired of needing to hear that Danilo is a good or great defender. He is not. Like he's absolutely not. He got cooked yesterday again with that yellow card. I
yeah,
said it so many times. If you get Danilo in open space, we're in trouble. Like we're in trouble. If we don't sit back compact, we are in trouble. He is in trouble. Excuse me. He's in trouble. He's not a good player. He's not a good defender. Leader. He says all the right things. However, on the pitch, he doesn't lead by example. And by example, I mean players looking at you and like, yeah, man. Like players looking at, and again, like I know Buffon is not here and Chiellini is not here. I don't even have an issue with Danilo being the captain, by the way, because if you ask me who should be the captain, whatever. Like I don't care at this point. I don't see a leader, but the way he's being pushed, that frustrates me. It really
yeah,
does because it's been so forced. It's not natural. It doesn't feel natural. It didn't feel natural from day one, and it's an issue because a lot of people got conned in believing he's actually a good player, which he's not. He's not a good player. Like he stunk at Real Madrid. He was horrible at Man City. That's just what it is, you know.
yeah,
And moving forward, he shouldn't be in the team as well. Like we need better. We need better players all over the place. By the way, not just him. By the way, but people are putting him on a pedestal where I sit back and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like you gotta be kidding me.
You know what? Maybe it's better. Let's just not make Champions League. Let's just complete reset, sell get rid of the old players. I just don't know if I don't know.
There is
I'm
no
just so
leader, by
done.
the way. There is no leader,
Yeah,
by the way. Like
yeah,
there's no leader in this team. I agree with that. I agree with that. But don't force it up us. Like don't force it on us, claiming there is a a leader because there is not. There's
yeah,
absolutely not. The main point right now is getting into the Champions League somehow because we cannot miss out on that money. We absolutely cannot miss out on that money. It's a complete disaster. I know a lot of people saying, I don't care if you should be caring. Like, you absolutely should. We shouldn't, in terms of it shouldn't be a talking point, but it is. And we
Yeah.
should be caring, because if we miss out on Champions League, we are screwed. Like, we're actually a massive, like, we're in trouble. We need that money. We need that money big time. On top of that, I don't want to watch us play Europa League or like, I don't want to watch that. Like, I'm being completely honest. It's not being arrogant. Oh, you're not good. Take what you want. I don't want to be. We shouldn't be in the Europa League. I don't want to watch Europa League football. It's pointless. It takes away too much energy for what? Winning the Europa League, good. I'll take winning the Europa League if we are so poor that I need to sit back and I'm like, yeah, this is our level. But this team, this squad is good enough to just walk into the top four and into the Champions League. So I'm not gonna accept that.
Yeah, and we showed it. Like I don't know how long was it when we played Inter? 2 months? Not even 2 months, right?
2 months, yeah.
And we were talking about like we're so close. Okay, let's keep it this close. And now even the Champions League is in danger. It's crazy how it changed.
Let me really quickly check, because somebody said it very earlier on. Um, we don't really should we? Yeah, we should be looking at Bologna as well. You know,
Yeah.
Bologna play Salernitana at home, Frosinone away, Monza at home, Roma away, Udinese at home, Torino away, Napoli away, Juve at home, and Genoa away on the final day. So a direct clash with Roma, Napoli, us, but perfectly manageable. Roma play Lecce at home, away, excuse me, Lazio at home. Then they play Europa League, Udinese away, Bologna at home, Napoli away, us at home, Atalanta away, Genoa at home, Empoli away. So I think the second toughest schedule, in my opinion. And Atalanta, they play Fiorentina. They need to replay that game. Not sure when. They play Napoli away. Then they have the Coppa Italia that I'm not going to count. They play Cagliari away, Europa League. They play Verona at home, Monza away, Empoli at home, Salernitana away, Roma at home, Lecce away, and they end the season with Torino. So we have the
Wow.
toughest schedule. I think Roma second. I think it's Atalanta and then Bologna. So they have the easiest schedule. Like, us getting into Champions League will depend on not losing to Roma. That's what it is. Not losing to Roma. Hope like they are gonna drop points at each other, and you needed to beat Cagliari, Salernitana, Fiorentina at home. Pick up a point at Lazio.
Torino maybe.
Torino, like if Torino's not gonna beat us now, they're never gonna win a derby again. Like,
Yeah.
if they're not winning this season, actually Torino are sneaky doing well this season. Better than I was expecting. So if Torino doesn't beat us this season, they're never gonna win a derby again. Not in my lifetime. I think. If it's not gonna happen
No, I
now,
can fully accept, not accept. I fully expect to be like a 0-0 there as well, or something like that.
you take that as a win right now. Like, you,
Just collect those points one by one.
Allegri said we need 11 points. I did the math yesterday on the live with,
More.
with yeah, but I thought, yeah, we need more. But he
Yeah.
calculated that the other teams are gonna lose 1, 2, 3 games as well, or drop points, and then it made sense. Like, we did the math yesterday on the live stream. It made sense, quote unquote. You pick up 11 points. The others drop as well. What is it, like
Yeah.
9 games left? 27, so 18. They drop 9 points there. You know what I mean? That's how we made
Yeah.
that calculation, basically.
Yeah, because Atalanta and Bologna, they will not win all of especially at Atalanta. They will not win all of the games. So
No, I get it. I get it. But we Bologna only drop points when they have injuries. Well, they have injuries and they still won. Like,
yeah.
Zirkzee is out and they still won. They still find a way to, and they deserve to win that game against Empoli. I know people were
Yeah, they
joking.
I watched it. Yeah, they said like how did they win only in the 98th minute, whatever. But they didn't watch the game, and Bologna was creating chances after chances after chances,
Yeah,
especially the last 20 minutes.
yeah. Like, I was watching that game, and actually, you know what it is? I wasn't even watching that game because I want to see Thiago Motta and how he coaches. I don't want to watch Calafiori or Ferguson. I was watching that game. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, don't win. Like I'm actually in that mode. Like I was watching, I was like, good, 0-0, good for us. I wasn't watching to see, oh, what will happen if we get Thiago Motta. I wasn't like, I'm not even doing that right now. That's why I'm not talking about I want Motta or I want Paladino or Spalletti, Italiano, whatever. Like I'm not doing that because we have bigger issues to worry about right now.
Yeah.
If we won
Imagine
three more
Bologna making
games,
Champions League
yeah, if
and
we won
us
three
not.
more games, I could have been like, if we had, like I said, like a 60, 15 points lead by now, we can talk about that more easily. But we are not, because let me check again really quickly because I know I did, but I need to do it again.
It would be over by now if we win, like, let's say 3 more games.
What is next
It would
week?
be over.
Next week is the 20th, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not what I need. I was in April. So next week fixtures are again not correct. What are we this week? Oh, my bad. Here we go. Next week fixtures are we are playing Lazio, Fiorentina play Milan, so one of them drop. But Fiorentina are not really into it. By the way, it's Atalanta. We need to look at, but Atalanta go away to Napoli. That's that. And Milan, we shouldn't be looking at Milan as well, to be honest. Um, and the other fixtures are really quickly because it's not working for some reason. Why does not no one play on the 31st? Do they play all on Friday? I think what's oh yeah, it's April. It's Easter. My bad. I completely
Mm.
forgot. I completely blanked that out, which is even worse, to be honest. Uh, but no, nobody's playing. Why is nobody playing? Oh, they play the first time. They play the first. I didn't know that. I'm not gonna lie. They play on Easter.
I
Um,
guess Easter.
Bologna plays Salernitana, so they're gonna win that game as well. And Roma play away to Lecce. That's an easy 3 points as well. So we can be like it can easily happen that the first game week on Tuesday or Monday evening, the 9 points can be 6. It's very likely. Like it is very likely. Roma play Lecce. Atalanta play Salernitana. And excuse me. Bologna play Salernitana, and we play Lazio. It's very likely, like it's more likely that we are gonna lose than the other two teams, three teams potentially dropping points, which is
Yeah.
insane. But that's the case. That's actually the case right now, and it's extremely worrying. So I see why people are saying change the coach right now. Just bring in Montero. We need a shock. Takinardi said the same thing. The C might need a shock, but the club is not gonna do that. Like, they're not gonna do that.
Yeah. And it's not even about the money because between now and the end of the season, I don't think it's a lot more to sack Allegri. I don't think it's about money.
No, it's not about money. No, it's obviously not about money. But
Yeah.
if you miss out on top four, like the club stood there and allowed it to happen, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I see people's points saying you need to change it up. Uh, People do like the video, only 10 likes, which is not good enough. So hit the like button. Everybody who didn't do that, just click it now. Very easy. It helps out the channel big time. I said there was going to be a video with Anthony. Interrow White. It's still going to happen, but it's going to be postponed to later this week. So stay tuned for that as well. But yeah, other than that, we kind of discussed everything about the game. I just wanted to wrap the show off with the final topic, and I made a video on it for tomorrow, so I'm not really gonna discuss it. You can have your say. But Romeo spoke, and after that, Nico spoke, and you can watch Nico's video on his channel on YouTube as well,
Yeah.
because it's out there. And I think you read the quotes. First, Romeo said, "It's just the end." Towards the end. It's the end of Allegri. We just need to wait until the end of the season, basically. And Nico said, like, it's done. Like the club basically made the decision that it's done for Allegri. Like this cannot go on. And Motta is by now, for now, the leading candidate. So,
Yeah.
what do you make of all of it, basically?
Yeah, we heard rumors that we already started to talk with him like a month ago, more or less, I think. and it's a 2 plus 1 year or something that they offered to
Yeah,
Motta, and basically nothing left. Like he will sign it and that's it. And I don't know, because Agresti is always, for me it feels like he's always like he has his guesses, and this feels like one of them. Like he said like similar things weeks ago. So I don't know how much is it accurate this time, or but yeah, I think Motta is done. It's a done deal basically, and let's see.
I
I
agree.
just yeah,
I
I don't know.
like. I think he is like done deal. Like I think he's leading candidate, and his channel is just his name. Uh, it couldn't be easier. It's just his name. But yeah, like I think I agree. I think it's kind of done. It is what it is right now. It's not like last season where I was saying I think Allegri's gonna leave because I don't think he wants to be part of it. I think now it's like he's gonna leave, but the club because the club is like, and with the club I say Juntoli is like, no, enough. This is not the way to go. And also, even if this quote unquote wasn't that this bad, I think Juntoli comes in and he's like, I need to do my thing. Like if I'm gonna fail or
Yeah,
succeed, it's because of what I'm doing. You know. So if
yeah,
it's gonna flop, it's on Juntoli. If it succeed, it's also on Juntoli, which makes sense. You know, it makes sense. Like it actually happens in every part of life. If somebody new comes in, most of the time they're like, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna
yeah.
use my guys. So it only makes sense. But like this cannot go on. Like it's toxic. You know, and not between fans because it is toxic, and probably I'm part of it. Whatever, but it's toxic within the club with players. And at that point, like it was toxic apparently under Sarri, and we won the Scudetto, and they moved them on because the players didn't like it, and we
So
won,
what changed? Why
and we
can't we
won.
move him on?
Yeah, I think Juntul is like, I'm moving you on, like it's done.
Yeah,
Like he couldn't do that last summer because he just came in, but I think right now
yeah,
he's like, it's done. You know, time's up. You know, I need something new. We need something new. The players need something new. Moving forward, we need something new. But as of now, like I said, top four is like I'm actually worried about top four. Like it's weird because I was like
I,
after the Inter
I'm worried
game,
about top five.
yeah, after the Inter game, I was like, yeah, cruise control right now. You know, it is what it is. But
Yeah,
now it's stressing, and I don't want to stress. I just want to chill. But
yeah, because no, like none of us thought that it would be this bad. I thought that our luck would run out at one point, but I just couldn't even imagine that it's going to be this bad. To
yeah,
be honest,
and somebody said I don't see why Malta will come to completely destroy Juve. That probably won't be even in Champions League next season.
Juve is Juve.
Juve is Juve, and if we're not in the Champions League, he might think about it. But if we are, like, it's more money. It's more everything. He will take that job because he's working miracles with Bologna right now. And Gasperini
Yeah,
was doing the same thing with Atalanta when he did that a couple of years ago. Excuse me. And I
yeah,
know people are saying, and they are saying that, oh, why didn't Gasperini got a shot then? Because Gasperini did got opportunities in the past. It didn't work, and I think clubs were like, okay, he might not be, he doesn't have the aura or whatever to lead a big team because he falls out with a lot of players, even at Atalanta, you know. So I think a lot of clubs are put off by the fact that okay, at one point the locker room is gonna spit him out a little bit. We cannot handle this, you know. And
yeah,
the Malta, I don't want to talk about Malta right now because like we will do that when in due time if it's actually needed, you know, because it's kind of pointless now. We need to focus on top four. Like we need to focus on top four. How bad it is. Um, the fact that Allegri isn't sacked or wasn't sacked yet has nothing to do with his performance on the field. He's just got away. He's just got way too much power. It's madness that this week the first journalist really asked. Yeah, I said it so many times. Excuse me. Um, he might accept Milan over Juve. I don't think they're gonna sack purely. Um,
yeah. Plus, there was nothing about that. I didn't hear anything
no.
about Milan and Motta.
Even as an Italian, I ask myself, why do we always look for Italian managers and don't even go in other directions? Amorim or Nagelsmann would be good alternatives. Mota has one good season. That's this like that's who we are now. Mota has one good season. Like I get that point, but Zidane was coaching the under 23s. Arteta, Pep Guardiola, Mourinho was a translator. Uh, Name it. Conte, Serie B, Allegri, Cagliari, Vilas Boas was a fan, sending mails to the club. Like literally, like you can look it up. Vilas Boas was a fan writing mails to Mourinho or sending emails, and then he got a job. He did well with Porto, failed afterwards, whatever. But at one point, all these coaches are gonna get a shot. They're gonna get a shot. You know, it's just are you brave enough, excuse me, to take that shot?
Yeah.
You know, and in the if we were competing and we're still winning, I get not go. You go for a top coach, proven manager, whatever. But we're not in that situation. We need to accept that. What I'm asking, what the club is probably asking, is improve the players, have a clear plan so we can build together, you know, squad wise, we can add these type of players and compete, improve as a team, because now 3 years we haven't improved, we're not competing, it's just nothing. So I think even the club is like, okay, no, like people say Klopp and Zidane, they're not coming, like they're not joining us. Like, is that so difficult to understand? Like that's just, like it's very obvious that these coaches are not joining us. Oh, but you want to sack Allegri because like other coaches cannot win, but he's not allowed. Nobody was like, I will repeat it again. Nobody was asking Allegri to win the Scudetto this season. All we
Yeah.
were asking is improvement and compete. None of that happened. Oh, we were competing. It was January. We're not competing. Like that was we never competed. You compete until the final month of the season. That's competing. Not until January. That's not competing, by the way. So
Yeah.
I get everybody's concern, but we're not getting Klopp. We're not getting all the Nagelsmann. They're not coming. Like they're not joining. Financially is one, but like even from from their own standpoint, they're not joining us right now. They're not gonna take that risk. Motta is gonna take that risk because I think, or Italiano, I'm just, or Palladino, whatever, you know, but it's gonna be one of those names because I know these coaches will get told, you will get time. You will get time. And I know a lot of fans do not want to hear that because I want to win. Like I want to win immediately, but I was not even asking that from Allegri in year 3. So it will be a hypocrite to ask that from the new guy in year 1. But I think the club
Yeah.
will tell these guys, you get time. We're gonna build something your way with the players, something sustainable, something new. I think that's why a coach like Motta is like, okay, I'll take it on. I will build with you guys, basically. That's what I believe. And again, it's keep Allegri or it's that way. There's no middle ground. There's no Zidane or Klopp. Like it's Nagelsmann. Like it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. People need to be
Yeah.
realistic here. So let's see. Um, Let me see. Motta was also good last year when he took over mid-season. He did good. He did well. Um, Zidane, Juve have Juve history. I think it's a different thing, and we'll understand Juve culture. And you also have a mandate to throw away players like Milik. Yeah, but like he said no to better jobs. Like Juve history or not, like I don't think he's an idiot. Forget about the wages he can demand. Like he's not
Plus also
taking.
the squad.
Yeah, like
Yeah, the squad is not good enough for him. I'm sorry. We don't know how good of a coach he is. Like he always had like stacked squads. So
and I know people say Conte. I get it, and I think he's in the mix as well. Like it's
yeah,
not completely out of the picture. But I've said it so many times. Like I will be a hypocrite to say now, yeah, I want all things back. Like it's just me, and I see all the points people make for Conte. By the way, I see it.
yeah,
Like I'm not blind to it.
passion.
You know, galvanize a group. You know, weed out all the crap and all whatever. But we have so many youngsters, and the links we have, it doesn't feel like a Conte type of squad. It doesn't,
Yeah,
and I think that's why he's not the main guy for Juntali or
feels
for the
like a
club.
lot more like Motta style. The players we want to bring in. To be honest, especially like several Bologna players we want. So
Yeah, and I know the media is having a field day, you know, and linking us with all these players. But I think the idea is like young improvement and like progressive, but not insane like De Zerbi. When you look at it, you're at times, okay, you're just killing yourself and you're just allowing to get killed at that point. With Motta, it's more control. Same with Italiano, it's control, you know. Um, but yeah, let's see. Let's see. Um, we're gonna wrap it up, people. If you haven't liked the video, hit the like button now. If you're rewatching it, like as well. I will have a video out tomorrow. I will be live on Wednesday, probably. I'm pretty sure on Wednesday, Friday, and or Sunday. So I need to see that how I'm gonna plan the week because there's international break. There's actually no transfer news because the situation is so bad that even the media is like, we're not gonna make up stuff right now. Like, I don't think anyone is gonna buy it. So we will see what will come out in the last couple of days. We already had the Barzagli and Gaglione interview, so that's gone. Like, we got that out of the
Yeah.
way. Just Pjanic now, and we completed the hat trick on with interviews after a bad result in the international break. But thanks everybody in the chat for joining. Thanks Norbert for coming on and discussing everything. I know we don't play until next Saturday, but we might do another live show next week just to get together. Maybe bring Malik on. Maybe preview
Nice.
the Lazio game. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys.